from my couch this morning. It's 6:17. Lately, I haven't been waking up even close to this time, but today I woke up at 5:30 to a pretty great phone call. We have a snow day, so that energizes me, and I got to make a good breakfast. The good thing about this snow day is it's an optional work day for teachers. It has not started snowing yet. That's how North Carolina goes. I know, it's weird. But I'm trying to beat the snow, so I'm going to get to school early so I can get a couple hours in before the snow starts, because when snow happens in North Carolina, it's not pretty. They don't know how to handle the roads here. So, safety first. And I'm going to enjoy my morning right now. I'm not going to be here for much longer. I have foundation on and mascara, and that's it. And I'm going to wear a sweatshirt and sweatpants and enjoy this day. So I just got here and my custodian came in my room and she's like, "You know they canceled school, right?" And I'm like, "What? I have to leave? I can't be here?" No, I'm allowed to be here. She just thought, I still thought the kids were coming. Probably because I'm here so early, but I just was up and I'd rather be here now so I can miss the snow later. So I'm going to make a list of everything I have to do today and we'll move on from there. All right, so this is all I have right now, and I'm going to start with my plans for tomorrow because everybody is going to be at the copier when they get here. So since I'm early, I'm gonna just get that over with so I could just be in my room and clean. Can we talk about daylight savings and how it's 7:15 and it's still pitch black outside? I was like walking into the school and I'm like, this is so creepy. I think I'm going to do tomorrow benchmark fractions with models because I'm going to mention, like, this is how we're gonna take notes together. All the different ways. Sorry, there's two. There's ones with the same numerator and same denominator. All the different ways you can compare fractions and without cross multiplying. I didn't want to break it down like too much. Like, I want to talk a little bit about same numerator because this is a different way than all of these as well. And then same denominator is different too because automatically you know the one with the larger numerator is greater, but I guess we don't want to spend too much time on that. So my focus tomorrow is going to be benchmark fractions and comparing to that. So I have some pages for my practice page section for that, and it's still using models because at first I was just going to focus tomorrow on using models, but since I have benchmark fractions with models, I'm just going to go with this stuff. I'm also going to need to print out some error analysis stuff for my AIG because this is going to be super simple for them. I might use this page as homework because I love when there's like directions and helpful hints on the front. This is from Lisa Courtney. I think it's from a Teachers Pay Teachers thing, that pack bundle that my partner teacher got binded. So that's why it looks like it came out of a book. But I think I'm going to use this for homework. So that means I have to find more pages for class because this is way too simple, but at least this could start them off so that they don't need my help. And then they can turn this in for a grade because comparing fractions is pretty simple. All right, so it's 7:40 and I have my copies made for tomorrow and Wednesday. So for Wednesday, I have this sort, and they have to put if it's equal to 1/2, less than 1/2, or greater than 1/2. So that is kind of like quiz on if they understand comparing with a benchmark fraction. And then these are all my originals. I have different practice pages for tomorrow. So I had a ton that I liked and I wanted to be able to use them. So these are like the extras if kids finish their main practice page early. I also want to put some error analysis stuff in there because that is more challenging. But this isn't necessarily a benchmark fraction page. It does have half on there, which is good, but it does have them just comparing with number lines, and then on the back I put comparing with fraction bars, just so they get that practice and so they see it both ways. These I can also pull if my struggling students aren't understanding the concept, and they're probably not getting to these pages either. I can pull these and work with them in small groups, so they're just good to have. And then I have this page, which is like copied so weird, but this is the more simpler version because the fractions are already on the fraction bars, and I really like this. Sirens are going off, oh boy. I like this one because we have been using, let's see if I printed it. No, I don't think I did. Well, we have been using not this number line, but the fraction strips that kind of look like that are like this all the way down. So this will be familiar to them, and I like how it just takes the two so they can easily line that up. So this page will come before this one because this one they have to name the fraction bars on their own. And then this side has comparing it to 1/2 all lined up so they could see it. So I really like this page. This will be the second page that they get to. And then this, I haven't decided if I want this to be their homework because this has an example on the front and this is using circles, or if I want this to be their homework. This is a little bit more challenging, so I think I'm gonna have this as their homework because it doesn't have the models. But if they had all this practice all day, they should be good. And this is a lot. It's only, well, it's 10 questions, but it's a lot less, and it brings back in equivalent fractions. I think I'm gonna have this for homework. And then these are our notes, and I got them hole punched. So all the different ways to see fractions or compare fractions. And again, this is from a Teachers Pay Teachers bundle. I will link it down below. I decided I'm going to do this as their notes, the front and back, but then we're also going to start the front of this together because they need to see examples of comparing them. So this one starts comparing them with the circles, so they'll be able to work through this. So this will be where they start journal at, and then if they finish that, which most of them definitely should, then they can move on to more practice. So they'll do circles, then they'll do fraction bars or tiles, whatever this wants to call it, number lines. So they're going to be seeing it with all the different types of models with benchmark fractions. So I'm really excited about this. There's always so much to do with fractions and there's just not enough time, but I want them to be able to see it with each model because some kids just see other models better. So I'm really excited about tomorrow. I should also mention that we have these. I saw them on Pinterest, and then the teacher I went to observe gave me a copy. So I'm not sure if it's from Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm sure it is, but it's called A Number of the Day Fraction Focus. And this is an amazing way to review all of those skills and make sure you're keeping up with them. So you have to name the numerator and denominator, name what type of fraction it is, draw a model of it, write an equivalent, decompose, multiply, add and subtract, compare, solve a word problem, and prove it. So there's one on the front, one on the back. We're going to do like one side a day. This should keep it consistent and spiraling it, and maybe it'll help those who can't like differentiate between the different skills. So all of that is nicely stored in my Tuesday bin. Moving on to Wednesday. Hey guys, I thought I would check in. It's 9 o'clock now and I just finished analyzing the tests that are complete and creating small groups based on it. So now I'm going to get together stuff for those groups And I'm also going to start cleaning. The weather says it's gonna start snowing any minute now. It's been raining, so I'm not sure like what to do. I'm nervous. I don't live that far, but like I said, North Carolina roads, and I go through this like windy part, and actually I go through a lot of windy back country roads, so I'm trying to get as much done as I can. I want to clean, so maybe I'll clean instead of making stuff for small groups, and I could do that at home. So unfortunately it has already started snowing and it's 9:23. And it's coming down. I don't think it'll stick, but it has been raining, so it's gonna get really slushy. So I'm going to clean up as much as I can real quick, and I'm just gonna head out because I don't think I'm gonna risk it. This mess is what I'm currently cleaning up. Well, it's 9:30 and they just made an announcement that we have to leave. So I got a little bit of that stack cleaned up, but I'm gonna grab my stuff and head out, I guess. I have no choice at this point. Thankfully, I got 3 hours of work done because I came in early. So good thinking on my part. So I just got home. The roads, it is sticking. I got a few clips, but I didn't want to have my phone out, especially because my road that I live on is super windy, and as I was driving up, a car had already run off the road and smashed into a tree. Everyone looked fine. It didn't look that bad, but still, goodness. This windy road gets a lot of shade, and so everything basically stuck instantly, and it's coming down a lot more than I think people thought. I think we really assumed it was going to be a mix, and at first that's what the radar was showing. It was pink, which shows a mix of like rain and snow, but overnight into the morning it just turned all blue, which means all snow. So let's see if I could show you my parking lot. Show you right here. It's snowing. The cars are covered and they are thick snowflakes. So what does this mean for me being home? I'm going to start some laundry because I haven't done laundry in a while. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to keep working. As long as my boyfriend's not home, I want to stay busy and not take away time from him when he does get home. I'm really excited because, like I said in my previous videos, it's been a while since I pulled small groups on one specific topic. So I created questions that are similar to those on the test. My kids had problems with choosing the wrong fraction. So like this one said, how many did he give away? So you just had to add them together, but they added and then subtracted. And then where it said how much cake did they eat, the same thing. And how many pencils were left, they didn't do the leftovers at that part. So they're mixing up what they're actually answering. So these are 4 problems that I had several students mix up. So I changed the names, changed the words a little bit, changed the numbers, left out the multiple choice so we could go through these together. I also made one interpreting remainders question because my kids did a really good job with understanding interpreting remainders. So I think I just need to point it out to them that they need enough cakes for everybody. Again, this is a very similar question to the test, but I've just changed it up a little bit. And then I have papers for basic things that I need to do. I'm not making copies of these because I'm just having the kids write them out on a whiteboard so we could practice making equivalent fractions, finding equivalent fractions, things like that. So all of that is finished. All of my groups are done. I just got back from the gym. It's been a little bit. It's almost 1 o'clock, so I'm finally sitting down to eat some lunch. I have some cauliflower soup that I tried to make yesterday. Doesn't look the greatest, but it doesn't taste that bad. And I have this fruit platter that I bought from my friends the other night, and we didn't eat it, so I'm gonna eat some of that fruit. And I have my water, my Diet Dr. Pepper, which is 0 points. And I know I haven't updated you guys about it lately, but I am still doing Weight Watchers. I love it so much. I've never been so consistent for so long and had so much success doing one thing. So I'm basically 1 pound away from losing 30 pounds. Now this is from the beginning of the school year, so that would be 20 pounds on Weight Watchers, 10 pounds on my own. 20 pounds since I started going to the gym in January and really controlling what I eat through tracking my points. I love it so much. If you're in the mood for something, like search a recipe and it tells you the points and it gives you the healthy options. And I can notice a difference in my last centers video I filmed, which by the way, I did film one, so it is up. I'll link it down below. My face is so much skinnier. I no longer have to hold the camera up here because I'm afraid of my double chin. You can't even see it anymore. I see the difference. I feel the difference. I went to Old Navy yesterday for the first time since I started losing weight, and I got so excited for the way that clothes were fitting me that I spent $367. Now, granted, 3 of the things I bought were like $50 nice blazers / jacket things, which I will show you. But when I got home, I went online and I ordered everything I bought online because I don't know why Old Navy even does this, but they were giving 40% off online and not in the store. So I went online and bought everything and saved $150. So I'm gonna return everything I bought at the store and just wait for it to come in the mail, because there is no reason. I really don't understand, Old Navy. Like, if you're out there listening to this, please tell me, why are you charging me $150 extra in store? Is it more convenient to go to the store? Or do you get more sales by telling people, hey, online only? I don't know. Why can't you have it in the store too? Like, they're the same items and I'm getting them for so much cheaper. But whatever. I'm glad I did that. So that's a tip, guys. If you love Old Navy as much as I do, or if you haven't shopped there in a while, because I know for a while I was like about their clothes, but oh my goodness, I love all of their things. So check online, shop online. It's just annoying because you can't try things on. So I guess go try them on in the store, take a picture of them, so then you can order them online. So I haven't done any work for the rest of the day. I did take a nice little nap, which was great and definitely needed.
You're filming a video?
Yeah. They've already announced that we have a 3-hour delay tomorrow. I'm going to try to go in early so I could clean the stuff that I didn't get to today. So we will see how that goes. Fingers crossed that I'm actually productive. Good morning, guys. That bright awkward thing, yes, is the sun, because it's currently 9:30. You know, in North Carolina, when it snows, they like to wait until it melts to say that it's safe. So we had a 3-hour delay today, and there's definitely only like a little speckling on the ground now. I'm sure the rest of it is melted. So I'm sorry for this light. I'm trying to get out of it. So I'm gonna head to school and hopefully get some cleaning done. I originally wanted to go in earlier, but my boyfriend had a delay too, so you know, sleep is nice. All right, I'll catch you guys later. So it's the end of the day. I had a meeting after school that I had to go to for a coworker. So today went really well with my block 2, my block 1. They were a little off because it was exciting for the delay, and our lunch was at a different time and our schedule was different, but it was fine. So tomorrow is enrichment. I planned yesterday that I'm gonna do that sort, and then I'm just gonna pull more practice for comparing with benchmark fractions, because then Thursday I'm going to start common denominators, because Wednesday is our short day and I don't want to start something new. So just give them more practice with that, give them that cut and paste activity, and that should be good to go. So I'm just looking through some things now to find a little bit more work for them to do. All right, so this is the page I got for additional classwork tomorrow, and it's good because it introduces some word problems, but continuing to think about those benchmark fractions while they're comparing as one strategy to compare, along with different models. And that is from the Encore math book from Houghton Mifflin. This is like the newer version, so that's that. And I'll probably like go through this with them as a little review guided practice. And then their homework, I'm using the Ready Common Core book. And again, it has a description of what we're doing and then more critical thinking questions that go along with benchmark fractions and why we're using them and what that means. So I like the pages that have an explanation, because if their parents do look over their homework with them, they can at least read that with them and understand what is going on. So this is the page I have for homework. And then the sort, like I said, I have more stuff for small groups, which went really well today. It's kind of sad because I pulled kids to work on like adding fractions. Whoa, the lighting though. To work on adding fractions and labeling models, and they did it perfect and they knew how to do it, and they just made silly mistakes on their test, and I hate when that happens. If you guys have any tips for silly mistakes and how to make it not happen, let me know. I tried a checklist once, but I really only did that one time. I don't know, it wasn't my favorite. Like a checklist that I give back to them, I showed in one of my previous videos. When they say they're finished, I give it back and it says, did you put your name on your paper? Did you read through all your questions again? Did you make sure you bubbled all your answers? Did you make sure your answers you chose actually answer the question? Because, you know, you still have those kids who will check off, yes, I did that, but did they really do that? I guess showing them their silly mistakes will help them correct it in the future. So right now, I'm just gonna clean off my table, get it ready for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna just try to tackle this area really quick before I head out for the day. We are definitely getting there. I'm probably gonna move those two bins. I don't even know why they're there. That terrible feeling when your Flair pen is drying out and you have to toss it. I am feeling so much better. It's such a relief to be able to see my things, and I cleaned up this area and so much better. So I'm gonna make it a goal this week to organize an area of my room every single day, maybe twice, maybe one in the morning, one in the afternoon, because when it's messy, I am not organized myself. I still have a few things I need to file, but tomorrow I'm definitely going to handle this. I haven't really used it this year, so I don't even know if I'm going to, or really what I'm going to do with it. I haven't decided yet. I mean, it is an extra space to store all these little things, so I may just keep it here. But it is quite a hassle when kids want to come sit next to me and there's like little space. But it's been there all year. I guess I could leave it. I just need to make more use out of it. All right, so this is stuff I have to take to the copy room. This is stuff I just have out for the morning that needs to be sent to the office. In this bin are just things that I have to go through one by one in the morning. I have planes and boats here for my Fraction World wall. This is makeup work that kids need to do during computer lab study hall time. And all of this is stuff I could use to plan for tomorrow since it's Wednesday. All of this is nice and neat and I feel so good. And with that being said, I'm ready to head out, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so I made it through the day. My hair is up because it was freezing outside at Car Riders. The wind chill was so cold. We had a staff meeting after school to fill out our teachers' working conditions survey. So we got goodies and treats while we were doing that. Today was interesting. Typical Wednesday, short and quick and fast-paced and confusing. The kids still forget that we don't have science and social studies on Wednesdays because of enrichment. So when they like are about to switch, they're like, what? We're going home? What? It's the end of the day already? I have a huge gap in my two classes. Percentage of students that scored proficient on our equivalent fraction test is huge. At first, I thought it was my teaching or my behavior management because my one class is a little bit more challenging. However, my partner teacher had a similar gap. Now, the problem with that is these kids' expected achievement based on like end of grade test scores and things, like they should be doing a lot better. So I'm gonna sit down tonight and really think how I can impact them and help them the best way possible, because their scores from the past show that they could be doing so much more than they are right now, and I want to be making sure that they're reaching their full potential. Hopefully there could be a change in that. So I'm gonna go down to the copier because I have a ton of copies for the next few days that have been made and I have to like sort them all out. So I will catch back with you guys when I get those. Okay, so the first thing I am doing right now is going through this bin that we got from Scholastic, I guess. Every teacher got it. This is where I've been putting all of my kids' makeup work or work that they're not done with. That's something I am wondering how you guys handle when you have kids who haven't finished a test yet or haven't finished their morning work or something. When do you have them do it? Let me know down below. Whether it's because they're choosing not to work or because they are a slow worker. Let me know what you do, because I know what I do, but I want to know what you guys do. This stack right here is all my copies for the week. So I have all of my copies laid out and I'm deciding what I want as homework and what I want as my practice page. This stuff is from a Teachers Pay Teachers bundle, Lisa Courtney. I like to give these as homework because on the one side it explains all about what a common denominator is, like has some notes, and then on the other side is where they work through the problems. And I had to stress to my kids today that there is an explanation here, because I'm tired of people coming in and saying that they didn't understand and that their parents taught them a different way. I'm sorry, but there's a reason in Common Core that we teach it step by step. So I know parents understand this because I've had a few kids showing me this way. So yes, this is going to be their practice page, their first practice page for tomorrow, because it's the simpler version. It tells them to list out those multiples so they're able to find the common denominator, and that has them find common denominators and order the fractions, which is great because we're going to do activities with ordering more next week. And we've already done a little bit with ordering, so that's good to bring it in. And then I think I'm going to have this available for them if they finish this one. I'm kind of upset that I didn't print them back to back because I think this is going to be our focus for tomorrow. And then these two pages are a little bit different. They're kind of like questions that are a little bit of a review, and then these they get to color. So these two are going to be my extra pages if they finish journal early. And then Friday, I'm also going to, which actually I have to pull to make copies of my new book. Let me go get that. This book is what I was talking about. So I already have this page copied because, or not this one. This one, because I accidentally had it copied for equivalent fractions. But it has the vocabulary at the bottom. This is what we use all together as notes. And then I let them do this as their practice. And then this is homework. And I don't particularly like this page, but they give the critical thinking page as well. And there is a center idea. So I've been loving this book so far. The questions they offer are basically modeling all the different ways they may see that one standard on a test. So here's how my map is looking. We now have some planes on the board. I'm sad because I made the plane fly the wrong way. It should really be going that way, but too late now. So I have some kids stuck at the beginning because I have addition first. Actually, I may take some things and switch them around. Meh, but I'll leave it because I just put them here if they mixed up a few things on their test. So hopefully they'll fly right past this area. And this middle jumble is understanding mixed numbers and improper fractions, which a lot of them can do. That's why I wanted to switch some of the order, but we'll see. And then basically if they did well on their test, they are over here, and we've just started comparing. So they're almost done, but it's a nice visual and it'll make them happy. So the thing I want to clean today is my cart, and I don't have that much time. So I'm just gonna rummage through this as quickly as I can and then head out. Hey guys, welcome to Thursday. I'm sorry that I did not get a chance to vlog this morning. I have been running late the past 2 days, and my running late isn't like running late to the time I have to be here, it's to the time I want to be here. So when that happens, I just don't want to waste time and take out the camera. I just want to head out. We have a book fair coming up. I have to get copies for that because the kids will be browsing next Tuesday, so that is something to look forward to. I have a ton of copies made right there. This is homework I need to put at the front so I can go over it tomorrow, and here is my bin of stuff that I need to either look through or grade today. So really quick, I'm just going to grade these science papers because they're quick and easy. That way I don't have to take so much home. You know that one thing I was supposed to organize yesterday? Well, I ran out of time. So I'm going to get to that today and hopefully organize something else as well. That way I have organized one thing every day this week. This area is still looking pretty good. I just have these papers here, which I'm going to put on my desk. My area is clean. Now I will clean this. Let's try this again. Well, in my middle shelf mess, I found my spinners. So can we talk about the whole time that after I ordered these, I thought they sent me the wrong thing because I didn't want blue ones. But it's just a protective covering that you peel off. I also found 2 vocabulary cards that I had been missing. So this is what it is looking like now. I haven't got to the bottom shelf yet, so not sure what is under that. Let me get it out of the light. These are the things that I'm pulling either for small group or just little things that I reach for lately. So I have a bunch of different fraction models in this baggie. I've showed you in a previous vlog when I was making these for a center activity, but now I'm pulling them for small groups. And then for the same day, we did some task cards. So I have these that I could pull for small groups as well. I have my fraction passport. This goes along with the map on the wall, which we really haven't gotten to yet, but we'll keep pushing through it till the end of the year. With all the I can statements. Behind that, for now, I made these for my multiplication center, but I never really put them in there. These are just different skills to use when you're trying to multiply and divide numbers. My kids have a good basis understanding of multiplying and dividing, so I don't really reach for these, but I have those in there. Behind that, I have a copy of a multiplication book, and this is in my TPT store, the layout and everything to make it. This is just a laminated piece of construction paper that's folded, not really in half, that's folded up to this point, and then this part you can close, and if you put a piece of Velcro here, it could stay closed. But what that piece is for is it goes from 2s all the way up to 12s, and that piece is used to cover the answers. And the kids use this in different ways. Sometimes they use a dry erase marker to write their answers down the side and then check, or they just use it to cover them up, which is really nice. So I love this, and again, this is in my TPT store. It's just called the multiplication book template, I think. And that is what is currently in my little kit. So my cart is now organized and clean, and everything has a place. On the top here, I have my flip chart Sharpies, Expo markers, and Silly Scent Crayola markers. These two for anchor charts and extra Expo markers in case I pull the card around with me, I guess. I have paws, and we give out paws for our PBIS. In here, I just have a bunch of highlighters and my really big Sharpie. And I have a bunch of binder clips, a bunch of little ones in here, some rings, and agenda rulers when kids lose theirs, because they are always losing theirs, and they come right up here with their agenda in the morning. I have a pair of headphones. I'm going to give them to a kid. I didn't realize I had them. The kids always either break their headphones or don't have any for some reason. And then this is a thing I made in wood shop in like 7th grade. You like pull it apart and it spins back together, so it's like a little stress reliever. Haven't used it, but I'm just gonna leave it right there. And then I have my cones from the Dollar Tree that say all nice little positive messages. I used to use these a lot last year, and when I put a cone on the kids' desk, they got to swap their seat out for a popcorn stool. So it was part of my just a little behavior incentive, but I haven't used them this year, but they are there just in case. On the second shelf, I have my little kit I told you about. I have my stamps. Over here, I have checklists with student names on a clipboard. And then I have a calculator, a notepad, and a nice container of sticky notes. And then the bottom shelf, I am just placing, for now, that file sorter. That is to organize my small groups, my small intervention groups, but I haven't been using it lately, so hopefully I will get back into it now that I'm getting much more organized. With that being said, it is late. It is time to go, and it is very windy, so I'm going to head out so I can grade some things and just relax, eat some dinner, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Good morning, happy Friday. It is getting warmer out, which means my allergies are coming. My throat has hurt like every morning when I wake up, but it goes away, so I need to start sleeping with the humidifier again. I rolled out of bed real quick this morning, got to school early. I did not do any work last night, so I got to grade morning work. I will see you guys at the end of the day. Happy Friday, but stuff is packed and I am headed out because my boyfriend wants to go golfing. And it's nice out and it's Friday, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye.